Alright everyone, Supreme Kami over here. So Thursday night, so they definitely have dropped some news for us over here. So let's get started with the arena already. So in terms of the next week's arena, 1v1 is going to be shot advanced mode right there. So simply bring your highest shooting base stat parts whatsoever, and then you guys should be pretty much good to go. And then in terms of the 3v3, they want us to use it for forest as the operator base right there as to gain an additional bonus point. So that's gonna be pretty much it. And then in terms of the event tab over here, so they definitely have dropped the full the Crosszone X Zone FC right there, because that was something that leaked on Tuesday already. Under the event boosting, they have kind of mentioned that already. So here we go. This is not going to be a big scale, so that was maybe an unfortunate factor, but nonetheless there are some very good stat parts that you guys want to kind of consider about, or just kind of add onto the wish list whenever we have a PU banner, or that ultra banner that I keep talking about. Like, once I think it comes back around every month, I believe. Yeah, so you guys can definitely wait on that. So I think the most interesting part is definitely going to be the torso portion of it. So this one is going to be a double EXQ cooldown reduced by 20%. So in total, from this part alone, you are getting 40% in total. So this right here definitely saves up the space in terms of what you guys are looking at. So this is a very good part. But besides that, the head part actually does come with another one already. So this one is going to be up to a 63% if you guys have these two part maxed out. So that's quite good actually. So you just have to get two more parts and then you guys are basically maxed out. So kind of crazy. So in terms of this one, definitely the chase apart. The stat on this is a very good as well. Like 7k raw melee attack is quite high, and then you are pairing that up with another 6k melee defense. So that's, I mean, like, the defense could be higher, but I think that is definitely sufficient enough if you do take a look into the overall melee attack right there. Good armor as well, and then the second chase part is definitely going to be your regular 40% trait. So this one is going to be a double 40% trait, so pro tag, and then when your armor is 80%, so pretty much self-explanatory right there. And then other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it. I don't think any of the other ones or that were mentioning, so that's gonna be pretty much it in terms of like what you want to look out for in terms of the Crosszone. Those are definitely, I want to say those are definitely the chase apart. So whenever a PE banner does come back around, and those are probably part you might want to chase maybe. All right, so this week around is seemingly like last week, so we have a lot of banners to be looking at over here. So which one to skip, which one to summon, I think all of it purely depends on what kind of hardships stores you guys are looking at. If you guys don't have any hardships, I don't even just look at them and just say wait for the P banner, because they will definitely come back. So let's kind of start things off with the one that you don't want to go for. Is definitely gonna be these two bait banners up here, because these are both 4-star standard units, so they're definitely a no-go for sure. Other than that, we have the rerun banner. So these one, I don't know, like these one you can simply pick it up with the 5-star pick ticket, so there is not really like a means of ways to actually summon for them. Because if you guys do take a look at the 5-star or the 5-star port exchange ticket, you can get them, like, where are they at? Actually, oh, they're not. Oh, right, they actually are not in here. Yeah, because they unfortunately were past that cutoff point. So if you guys are planning to get them, I mean, this is probably the best time to get them. And then besides that, in terms of the L badge, let's say you have these parts already, you just want to auto trade some of them, and you don't want to summon on this banner, simply summon on any of these banners over here to obtain the material B for this week, and then you can go over to the shop, and then you can hop over to the event blueprint, and then you can look at the items right here, and then bam, so you can kind of exchange yourself for the L badges for the repair 4, as well as the full armor double set over there. So I mean, that's gonna be one option to go for that, unless you guys really like it and want to summon a lot on the banner. That's definitely on you. All right, so in terms of some other banner to kind of skip is gosh, maybe the Crosszone. Not even a lie, because like in terms of looking at just the banner structure itself, I gotta say Crosszone is definitely the less intriguing for say, because you're not getting any step up. So in terms of the overall drop rate, you're not really guaranteed all that good. So you might summon 10 multi summon, for example, you might drop in 15,000, and you can literally walk away with nothing because the prime pull rate is only 16%. So yeah, this banner, although it's probably contains some very high stat parts, some newly EXQ cooldown part that you might want, but if you're talking about in terms of the value standpoint and how good the banner structure is, definitely not. So that really goes, I would say that same for these two banners as well, like the individual banner for the O and then the Gaian as well. So yeah, in terms of the step up, this one is definitely a very good, because this step up does actually give you tons of good freebie towards the end. So once you do reach, let's say 4,500, you can get a lot of these right here. So this one is very valued, and then I think that's it in terms of the value, right? Oh, obviously the guarantee. So you can never lose on a step up right here. So I mean, like, if you got to summon on something, don't summon on this one nor this one. Like their draw rate is so bad, but you know, you can kind of argue the fact that, oh, but if you summon on the step up banner, that means in terms of like getting the individual part is gonna be cut in half again, because you're looking at 12 parts put together in terms of instead of 6 part. I mean, that's true, but let's be honest, if you are gonna summon on this banner and you get shafted, I mean, like you got shafted. Like there's you can't get those harshes back. So that's why at least having a guarantee something is still very good. So let's talk about the all 6-star parts guarantee hyper banner. So this is going to be the round 2 over here. So this one is going to be a dedicated banner to the Sea Destiny and then Sea Astray. So let's talk about the overall roster. So let me hop back to the event tab, because the event, or no, the notice page, because the notice page would definitely give us a very detailed information of like what kind of part are included, so you guys can definitely kind of see what we are dealing with over here. So in terms of the part that are included, it's going to be the Turn Red, Blue Frame Second Revive, Red Dragon, Infinite Justice, both Justices, Strike Freedom, Destiny Impulse R, we have the PHB Destiny, Destiny Hidden Western Flukes, and then we have both the Freedoms and then Legends Gundam over there. So in terms of the whole roster, these are all very old parts, you know. So in terms of their upgrading potential, they are definitely bound to get replaced soon. Like if you're talking about any unit on here that does not have its alternative attribute at the moment, you know down the road that you will definitely get another Strike Freedom and Infinite Justice as like a different attribute. So those are definitely going to be a lot more better in a way. So I'd be like, this overall banner right here just contains so many old like and phase out parts, you know. I'm just talking about in terms of the technical aspect of like how good the EX skill are, how good the parts are. They're just not really up on par. I mean, you can say the big scale, like the P attribute Justice and then the T attribute Freedom, those are probably something I will argue that they're still very good to this day because of the, you know, big scale property, just be able to subslot to just virtually anywhere for the respective build. But for all the other one, in terms of the part rate, EX skill is kind of fine. I don't think EX skill ever phases out because there's like any all-treated one with like a good so basically some of them, not some, yeah, some of the custom EX skill timer like the 120-second obviously have their S powers and all that, so definitely you're not getting phased out from there. But part rate, man, their part rate and stat, they definitely got phased out. So so this banner is definitely good if you are someone that is like a very like a fanatic for the Sea Destiny lineup, and then the, what is it, the Sea Astray lineup right there. I'm like, you can drop all your hearts for this banner, because in terms of this overall banner, they do give you a very good rate. So I think first and foremost, you know, this banner does come with L badges, so this may be something that a lot of you guys may be intrigued about per se. But you don't have any pay tickets, so you're basically summoning blindly on parts that you might not even want, for example, or you might summon on parts that are very bad in the technical aspect for the game. But in terms of like unit that you might like, they're definitely in here. So that's that. So this one is going to be a kind of like a step up version, so you are guaranteed, so you're not losing anything. So summoning on this banner would definitely get you a lot of good part, if you know, like just any part per se. So even so, these are all 5%, so in terms of the normal rate, but you are guaranteed at least one. So that may be the fortunate factor. And then in terms of the freebie, you guys can definitely see that throughout the steps you're getting L badges as well. So L badges coupon or exchange ticket for your designated part. So that's actually good. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then once you get to the 5th step or the last step, you're getting 3. So you are walking away with how many? So this one is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, right? Yeah, my math is right. So no, you're getting 7 actually. Yeah, it's only 7. So yeah, in terms of the value, you are gonna get 7 Q points once you do reach step 5. So that's gonna cost you 7,500. So that is a very big hardship spending right there. So you gotta definitely make that right choice to summon or not, because once you do get down to the last step, you are not only guaranteed 10 parts gonna be all red. So the value is definitely in there. If you're just talking about, oh, like what are your chances of getting some limited parts, but all these parts are just in terms of like technically speaking, but in terms of like for your own personal sake, whether or not you like the Destiny lineup, this is definitely a must. Like just anyone like that is fanatic about Destiny stuff, or just any Destiny Astray, this is the banner for you guys. So next week around, I would assume they might bring us a 3rd rotation for this one over here. So we don't even know what kind of series they will pair up next week, but this may be a trend from now on for like a short time right now. But other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it. So in terms of what to summon on, this one is still one of the better valued, just because you're getting new 7-star parts. Like, do keep that in mind, there is no 7-star parts in this banner, so I guess that's probably the most important thing to address. There's no 7-star parts, but there is L badges. So you guys can definitely pick which one you guys want to go for, or don't even summon at all. That's always the safest bet to just continue to save up your hardships and all that. So with that being said, that's gonna be pretty much it in terms of Thursday night update over here, and then I'll catch you guys all on the next one.